So this is the second game between TigerStyle and JustPlainSavage. And this is the game, I believe, from his post that they forget to mention in chat. That this is a Lad Wars game, which is something that we were told to do. No good luck, have funs between these guys anyway, at least not here. They may have said it in the lobby, to be fair. That's how professional tournaments do it. We didn't bother with that. We just set it out here so everyone can see our manner. So a bigger map. This I'd feel scared going against this because if you did a Zerton style, this would be really good for it. But this is actually a worse map, I'd say, for that sort of tank harass that he did before. Not only is everything here more open, there's less sort of chokes that people have to go around, but he can keep his mining quite together here. There's not really going to be much room to be running tanks up the side. This map doesn't sort of pull your base apart as much as Galactic Grow does. So if JustPlainSavage is going to go for tanks, then that's really going to be a downside to what he's doing. Very standard builds from both players though so far, getting those few early arbalists out. Not much action going out on the map, not much scouting. They just kind of accept that they know what the opponent is doing, which, to be fair, I mean they both do pretty much. And this is going to be that eye thing. Yeah, trying to get to that late game tech army as quickly as possible. Love this this big split over here. Building another power. All this power is gonna make me think that he's gonna maybe be a little bit greedy and get another expansion down quite soon. But he could just start going for a bit more army. He's got that tech up, so there's his first tank coming out. Tanks that we all know JustPlainSavage likes so much. And there we go. There's the next level of tech. So it looks like he is going to go for the more Zerton style, with a very different base layout, actually. Not this sort of line sprawl out around this way. But this is giving TigerStyle a good amount of time to get up to that high tech and get that army going. He hasn't had to fight at all yet, and he's already getting his first catapults out. He hasn't had to make any ogres like he did last game. He's going straight to that late game army, and he's got some rogues out to be ready to go around and do some harassment. Now these rogues will take a bit out of this archer army, but that's fine if he can really get some harassment down. Against invaders races, against marines, these things end up being really good. Because right now, you know, he's getting to a good late game tech with just this. But as a marine, you know, if you're at this tech, you know, you have 5 or 6 harvesters, right? Probably like 5 harvesters at this point. So you have all these 4 down, and you're going to have to either push up further here or down here. And so that's really going to spread you thin and let these rogues really go to work. But this time he has got those helicopters out faster, which actually means, isn't this a very bad army to fight these? I don't know. Maybe he's trying to make a move here before they get too many helicopters. He's not making anything right now that seems like an obvious anti-air. Just doing the damage here. A lot of the shots being eaten up by his harvesters here. A lot of these rockets going into those archers, which really isn't going to be doing much. And so these catapults from all the tanking they've had have really just been able to sit here and just go absolutely ham on the forces of JustPlainSavage over here. And there we go. He's going down to dragons in this one now for their new anti-air. And he's getting shamans out as well, which will also help him, or should also help him deal with the... Or, no, they're not shamans, they're the wraiths, aren't they? actually have never seen anyone build wraiths before. I don't know what they do. There's a shaman. This is the babby I thought was going to be made. So JustPlainSavage, once again, going with this same play. His army's pretty strong. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to go fight elsewhere. Just going to go rain down fire elsewhere. Now we're going to get to see how the dragons deal. Now, they're actually not going to do very well against artillery there. But if they can get some fire down on these and then start hitting this air, they will be very useful. And down here we've still got these catapults just chipping away at JustPlainSavage's buildings. Now this is actually really bad. I like this like double pronged harassment, but at a point when you're losing your base, like it's a bit too far, and it looks like these rogues managed to take out this, so he was down to only having his first 2 harvesters, and his army here was getting chased back. So surprisingly quick. If I can put damn it, dragon sharp. Surprisingly quick end to the game there. What we can sort of see happened here was I liked this sort of 2-pronged attack, but once you start losing your buildings, a lot of the times you need to come back. TigerStyle had the production to force these around, and JustPlainSavage sort of tried to go in with them rather than having a little skirmish out here. I feel like if he'd focused down these dragons, then maybe he could have just fought this army, but still, he would have lost everything down here. He did not have any artillery back here. It was all, I think all his artillery went up in this push, so he just had tanks, so these outranged. And yeah, pretty interesting second little game.